I was born in Russia in the early 1980s. I'm not proud of it. Basically what happened was my grandpa, my mom's dad, died a couple of years before I was born. It happened in the early hours of the morning, and mom was the only one who was with him in the hospital. When he died, she called her brother, Alex, who immediately came. And then when my mom and Alex finally left the hospital and went home, Alex said to her, "Now that Dad is gone, there is nothing keeping me here." Meaning, he was planning to immigrate to Israel with his wife and kids. That sort of thing was quite common if you were a Russian Jew living in the USSR. You would fly to Rome, and from Rome you would take a plane to Tel Aviv or something. Now, very often Jewish expats would fly to Rome, but then they would go to the United States instead, until Israel complained to the US government. But anyway, that's not really important. Alex, however, actually did want to move to Israel. In the Soviet Union, it really wasn't easy to get the permission to immigrate, but if you did manage, that normally meant some sort of repercussions for the relatives you'd be leaving behind. Now, shortly before that, my dad had got promoted to the position of chief power engineer at the factory. If my mom's brother left the country, that would mean my dad would lose his job. That was one of the ways to deter people from immigrating. When you applied for a job, the question whether you had any relatives abroad was a standard question to be asked. So the only way for my dad to keep his job was he had to stop being an official member of my mom's family. And so they got a divorce shortly before I was born. Divorce was easy and cheap. If you wanted to get your marriage dissolved, it would only set you back 30 rubles. For comparison, a black and white TV set was 300 rubles, about 2 months' salary. I suppose getting married must have been a more popular pastime than watching TV, as it was much more affordable. Ultimately, David did move to Israel, but only 14 years later, when the Soviet Union had already ceased to exist. So, the divorce wouldn't have been necessary. Thanks so much for watching. I hate to beg for likes, so I won't. No need to subscribe either. But of course, if you did, that would be swell. Have a naughty day, everyone.